Hello my dear students, welcome for the today's Ganit Pravina lecture. Today we are going to start the chapter 7, other units of measure. Okay, till now we have learned some units in the measurement in the last chapter. Okay, here in this chapter we are going to learn some other units which are used to measure the things, measure the different terms. Okay, which are those terms, which are those units? Let us see first before starting the exercise. Let us revise. I can say let us revise these units, because all these units we have learned in the 4th standard. Okay, in the chapters of measurements, in the measurements of time, measurements of money. Right. Some of the units are new for you. Try to understand. They are very easy. Okay. See first concept is currency. That is money. Okay, so generally to count money, which units do we use? When we count money, what we say? 1 rupees, 2 rupees, 3 rupees, 4 rupees, 100 rupees, right? So rupees is the unit to measure the currency or money. To measure the money, we have the unit rupees, as well as the smallest unit or smaller unit than rupees to measure currency is paisa. You know paisa or paise we say, meaning paise, 1 paisa. Okay, so since paisa is the smallest unit, you know, when we collect such 100 paise, at that time they make 1 rupee. Okay, 1 rupee is equal to how many paise? 100 paise. Since 100 paise is the smallest unit, so when 100 paise are collected together, they make 1 rupee. That is 1 rupee means 100 paise. So opposite of that, 1 paisa means how many rupee? 1 upon 100. Okay, 1 upon 100 rupee. That is rupees 0.01. 1 paisa means rupees 0.01 or 1 upon 100 rupee. That is when we are going to convert paise to rupees, at that time we need to divide by 100, or when we are going to convert rupees to paise, at that time we need to multiply by 100. Okay, that is, me see, if it is rupees 5 means how many paise? 1 rupee means 100 paise, and 5 rupee means how many paise? 500. That is 5 into 100, 500 paise. Okay, opposite of that, if it is 500 paise, we need to convert into rupee. 500 paise we need to convert into rupee, then we need to divide 500 by 100. So 500 divided by 100, 5 rupees 5. Understood? Keep this thing in mind. When rupees we have to convert into paise, that is bigger unit to smaller unit, multiply by 100, and smaller unit to bigger unit, divide by 100. Okay, because 1 rupee means 100 paise. So this is about currency. Then we have when we have to count some objects like articles, number of bananas, number of apples, number of mangoes. Okay, number of some things. At that time, which units we use? We use dozen. You have heard this word dozen. When we purchase eggs, a dozen egg, 2 dozen egg, or 3 dozen egg, 1 dozen mangoes, 1 dozen apples, 1 dozen bananas, right? So a dozen means how many articles actually? Do you know this thing? A dozen means how many articles? How many objects? Yes, a dozen means 12 objects. Objects means articles, things. Okay, 1 dozen means 12 objects. Okay, so this is the first unit to measure the objects, things. Another units to measure the object means large number. If there is large number of objects, then we have which unit? A gross. Okay, a gross. So gross means basically 12 dozen. Gross means 12 dozen. 1 dozen means 12 objects. Such 12 dozen when brings together, they make 1 gross. Okay, so 12 dozen means how many objects? 12 into 12, 144 objects. Means a gross means 12 dozen, as well as a gross means, if you want to count in the form of objects, how many objects? 144. 144 objects makes a gross, or 12 dozen makes a gross. Okay, and a dozen, 1 dozen means how many objects? 12 objects make 1 dozen. Okay, this is about measuring objects. A dozen, a gross. Okay, now next term is sheets of paper sheets. Whenever, see, we have notebook, right? So that notebook is made up of sheets of paper. So whenever we have to count such large numbers of sheets of paper, which units we have? We have a quire and a ring. Okay. Now a quire means how many sheets of paper? Before learning this unit, let me explain you. A sheet of paper means what actually? See, here I have a sheet of paper. A sheet of paper means not one page. A sheet of paper means not one page. This is a sheet of paper. This is actually middle page of the notebook. See, it is one sheet of the paper. Okay, this together. That means how many total pages are there? Total pages, including both the sides. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 pages of a notebook makes one sheet of paper. Remember this. Whole page is called sheet of paper, and there are total 4 pages of the notebook. 4 pages of notebook, including both the sides, makes one sheet of paper. Make one sheet of paper. Understood? So such sheets of paper we have to count using this unit, a quire. Now a quire means such how many sheets of paper? 24 sheets. 24 sheets, not pages again. 24 sheets of paper. Okay, a quire means 24 sheets, and a ring is the bigger unit. It is used to measure the large number of sheets. So a ring is how many quire? 20 quire. A ring means 20 quire. 20 quire of the sheets of paper. Now 20 quire means again how many sheets? Directly a ring means how many sheets again? 20 into 24. That is 24 2s are 48, 480 sheets of paper. Okay. A quire means 24 sheets. A ring means 20 quire or 480 sheets. Understood? So these two are the units to measure sheets of paper. Now next term is time. This is what familiar to us, time, right? We have done in the 4th standard also. Units of time, all the units of time, as well as normal year, leap year, 12-hour clock, 24-hour clock. We have learned that. Okay, let us revise. A second. Second is the smallest unit. Then there is minute. How many seconds make a minute? 60 seconds, right? 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. Then next unit is hour. How many minutes makes 1 hour? 60 minutes. 60 minutes make 1 hour. Okay, that is 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Now hours make day. In one day, how many hours are there? 24 hours. Okay, 24 hours. One day has 24 hours. And how many days make 1 week? You know, 1 week has how many days? Sunday, Monday, 7 days. 1 week has 7 days. Also 1 month. 1 month has how many days? Some months have 30, some months have 31. A month has 28 or 29 days. But generally for counting, we take 1 month is equal to 30 days. Okay, 30 days. 1 year. You know, 1 year has how many months? These 12 months make 1 year. 12 months make 1 year. 12 months or 365 or 366 days. If the question is 1 year is equal to how many days, then 365 or 366. Now again, why 365 and 366? So the answer is here, normal year and leap year. Normal year, generally we use, see, the calendar which we use, it is called Gregorian calendar or English calendar. Okay, it has 12 months, January, February, March, like till December. Okay, in that normal year has 365 days. 365 days. But actually, every year has 365 and 1/4 days. But this 1/4 is again not convenient to count every year. So this 1/4 is counted in every 4th year, and that's why every 4th year has 366 days. 366 days, and that every 4th year which has 366 days, it is called leap year. Okay, it is called leap year. And generally leap year, how to identify whether the year is leap year or not? It is divisible by 4. For example, see, 2020. Now 2021 is going on, right? So last year 2020 it was leap year because see, it is divisible by 4. 4 5s are 20, 4 0s are 0, 4 5s are 20. Okay, so it is divisible by 4. The leap year is divisible by 4. Or if it is 100, what we can say, century year, 2000, then it must be divisible by 400. Okay, yes, 4 5s. Understood? So when a year is divisible by 4 or century year is divisible by 400, we say that it is leap year, and leap year has 366 days. Okay, then that one extra day is counted in which month? February. In leap year, February month has 29 days, and in normal year, February month has 28 days. Okay, so this is about normal year and leap year. Now see, 12-hour clock and 24-hour clock. Two types of time you might have seen this. 24-hour clock you might have seen on the airport or on the railway station, right? Where time is measured in 24 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till midnight 12, and after midday 12, and after midday 12, noon 12. Again, they do not count 1. It is counted as a 13 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours, till 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and midnight 12 is 24 hours. Okay. Again, new day starts with the 1 hour, 2, 3, 4, likewise. Okay. But mostly the clock or watch we have at our home, in that it is this 12-hour clock. Now 12-hour clock, what is the problem with the 12-hour clock? See, when I say that I return to home at 9 o'clock, I say I return to home at 9 o'clock. Now 9 o'clock means which 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the night? To specify this, in 12-hour clock, to specify this 9 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the night, we have other two terms. Which two terms? They are AM and PM. Ante-meridiem, post-meridiem. Okay. When I say I return to home at 9 o'clock in the morning, at that time I say 9 AM. At that time I say 9 AM. And if I return to home at 9 o'clock in the night or at night, at that time I say 9 PM. Understood? So when I specify this 9 AM or 9 PM, by this we can understand whether it is morning or it is night. Understood? So generally from where to where we consider AM? From midnight 12. After midnight 12. After midnight 12 to 12 to 12 noon. Between this time, after midnight 12 to 12 noon, between this time, that is generally the time in the morning. Okay, time in the morning we consider AM, or we write AM. And afternoon 12 to again midnight 12, between this time we consider we use PM, post meridian. Okay, post meridian. So 4 o'clock in the evening, 4 o'clock in the evening, 4 PM. 5 o'clock in the evening, 5 PM. 6 o'clock in the morning, I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and what I say, 6 AM. Okay, so try to understand this AM and PM. So these total, all these units we are going to see in the chapter. All the problems, word problems, convergence related to these units we are going to learn in this chapter. In your notebook, write all these units and memorize this. One dozen means how many objects, one gross means how many dozen, one gross means how many objects. All this should be on the tip of your tongue. Okay, every day revise this. These units as well as the units of measurements we have learned in the previous chapter, length, weight and capacity, all those units. All these units should be on the tip of your tongue. Immediately you should be able to tell the conversion. Okay, 1 minute means how many seconds, 1 day means how many hours, all these things. So now write this, pause this video and write this in your notebook. After that we will start the new exercise. So let's start now exercise 13, question 1. Pay attention very carefully, students. Convert 15,730 second into hours, minute and second. Okay, so this question is based on the time, units of time. Here we have to convert the units of time. What is given? 15,730 second. Okay, and these seconds, in this second there are some minutes and again there are some hours. Okay, so that we have to write separately, hours, minute and second. So see, first we will convert this second into minutes, means from this second how many minutes can be made, that we will find first. Okay, so for that, you know, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, right? So to convert this 60 second into minute, we will divide by 60. Smaller unit to bigger, converting second to minutes, right? That's why divide by 60. So 15,730 second is equal to 15,730 divided by 60 minute. Okay, understood? So let us divide now. This 0 cut. 1573 divided by 6. Okay, 6 2s are 12, 3 remain, 6 6 are 36, 1 remain, 6 2s are 12. Okay, now see, in this division when we divided 1573 by 6, we got 262 as a quotient. So whatever quotient we have got, they are said to be minutes here. Okay, complete minutes. 262 minutes. Okay, and what is remain? 1. That will be the remaining second. Okay, 1 is the second. Means, what is meaning of this? From this 15,730, 262 groups of 60 seconds are possible, and you know 60 seconds means 1 minute, right? So 262 complete groups of 60 are possible. So 262 minutes and remain 1 second. Now from this 262 minutes, again we will find out how many hours can be made. So you know here 1 hour is equal to 1 hour is equal to again 60 minutes, right? So to convert this 262 minutes, this 1 second left forever. Okay, so now 262 minutes is equal to 262 upon 60 hours. Okay, so let us divide 262 by 60. You know table of 60? It's the table of 6. Okay, 6 4s are 24, 240. Okay, and 6 5s are 30, 300 milliliters. So 4s are 240. Let's see what remains. 22. Okay, so 4 is the quotient. So 4 quotient is here hours. 4 hours, and whatever is remain 22, they are minutes. Okay, so this is your final answer. So at the end, 15,730 is equal to 4 hours, 22 minutes, and how many seconds? 1 second. Okay, see how we have proceeded. First this given second we converted into minutes and second. So we got 262 minutes and 1 second. Again this minutes we converted into hours. Okay, so we got 4 hours and 22 minutes. So at the end, 15,730 second, so second right here, is equal to 4 hours, 22 minutes, 1 second. Okay. Then see second example. Rohan today studied for 1 hour 10 minutes. For how many seconds he studied? Now see, Rohan studied for 1 hour 10 minutes. Okay, so this time we have to convert into second. 1 hour and 10 minutes. This total time we have to convert into second. How many seconds he studied? That we have to find. So this time we have to convert into second, right? So first see here. The time is given in hours and minutes. 2 units are there. Okay. Which one is greater? Hours. So first hours will convert into minutes. We will find total minutes, and that total minutes again will convert into second. You know the sequence: hours, minutes, and second. Okay. All the see when we are converting bigger to smaller, at that time we multiply by 60 in this case. Okay. This you can write down in the notebook. Now see. First we will convert 1 hour into minute. So you know 1 hour means how many minutes? 60 minutes, right? It is given only. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So this 1 hour means 60 minutes and this 10 minutes. So total 60 minutes plus 10 minutes. Total how many minutes? 70 minutes we have. So this 1 hour 10 minutes means total how many minutes? 70 minutes, because 1 hour means 60 minutes and 10 minutes. And in that 60 minutes we get 70 minutes. Okay. Now this 70 minutes, let us convert into second. Okay. So you know that 1 minute means 60 seconds. And since we are converting minutes to second, here we converted second to minutes. At that time we divided by 60. And when we are going to convert minutes to second, bigger unit to smaller, at that time we are going to multiply. Okay. So 70 minutes is equal to 70 into 60 seconds. That is, this 1 0, this 1 0, 2 zeros right here. 7 6 are 42. 4,200 seconds. Okay. That means Rohan studied for 4,200 seconds. He studied for 1 hour 10 minutes. That means he studied for 4,200 seconds. Okay. Then see third one. It's so easy. What is the cost of 12 meter of cloth at rupees 23.75 paise per meter? Okay. Cost of 12 meter cloth. How much cloth is there? Length of cloth 12 meter. So that cloth is 12 meter long. Okay, and per meter cost, per meter means per 1 meter cost is given. What is that? Rupees 23.75 means 23 rupees 75 paise. Okay, per meter. Cost of cloth per meter is rupees 23.75. Then see, this is 23.75 is cost of 1 meter cloth and given 12 meter cloth. So given for one, asking for 12 meter. What is the cost of 12 meter cloth? Okay, given for one, asking for 12. Which operation we have to do here now? Yes, multiplication. So cost of 12 meter cloth is equal to, let us multiply rupees 23.75 multiply by 12. Okay, 12 5s are 60. 0 will come down, 6 will be carried. 12 7s are 84. Correct? 84 plus 6 90. So 0 will come down, 9 will be carried. The decimal point, put here decimal point. 12 3s are 36 plus 9 45. 4 carry. 12 2s are 24 plus 4 28. So rupees 285.00 means 285 rupees is the cost of. So the cost of 12 meter cloth is rupees 285.00. Okay. So these 3 word problems side in your notebook. After that we will see few more problems. See now problem number 4. Suhas started from his town at 6:30 a.m. means 6:30 in the morning. A.m. is given, that's right. Okay. At a speed of 60 km per hour. Means in 1 hour he has completed 60 km distance. That is his speed of the car. Okay. And reached another town 240 km away. So with the speed of 60 km per hour he has reached to the another town which is 240 km far away. Okay. During his journey he took rest for 1 hour 20 minutes. When did he reach the other town? So see here what is given in this problem. This is actually problem of speed, distance and time. Okay. So this concept of speed, distance and time we have not learned yet. Even though I'll tell you the formula, we will find it. Okay. So see what is given. Speed is given. What is that? 60 km per hour. Okay. And distance is also given. Distance from his town where he has to go. That town is how much farther? How much long? How much far? 240 km. That is distance, right? 240 km. Now with this speed and distance, we can find the time. How much time he required to reach that town with his speed and to cover this much distance. Okay, the time we will find. Okay. For that we have formula. See, basic formula is distance is equal to speed into time. Okay, speed into time means whenever we have to find distance, we multiply speed with the time. But here now we have to find time, right? So distance is 240 km. Speed is 60 km per hour into time. Okay. Now as you have to find time, so this 60 km bring here. 240 km divided by 60 km per hour. Okay. This kilometer cut. 240 divided by 60. 0 cut 6 on the 6. 6 4 is 22. Okay. So 4 hour. Time is 4 hours. So only for traveling, now listen, here our answer is not finished. Only for traveling we do 4 hours. Because here we have found this 4 hours using speed and distance. Only for traveling. But again, he has taken rest also. He has taken rest for 1 hour 20 minutes. So that time will be again added in his journey, right? So total time is equal to 4 hours plus 1 hour 20 minutes. 1 hour 20 minutes. So total how many? 5 hours 20 minutes. This much time he has taken. Now what is the question? When did he reach to the other town? When did he reach the other town? Means at what time exactly? He took, for his journey he took 5 hours 20 minutes. And see in the first sentence, he has started at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. See, he has started, starting time 6:30 a.m. Okay, so he has started at 6:30 a.m. How much time he took? Time taken for journey. How much time he has taken? 5 hours 20 minutes. Okay, 5 hours 20 minutes. Then at what time he reached? Reaching time. At what time he reached? So this time we need to add in the starting time. Okay, so we will get here 50 and 11:50 a.m. He reached there at 11:50 a.m. Means 11:50 in the morning. Okay, so this is your final answer. Since they have asked when did he reach, how much time he has taken, how much time he has taken to reach there. If such question would be there, then this is your answer. But it is asked that at what time or when did he reach. When means at what time exactly. So he has reached at 11:50 a.m. He started 6:30 a.m. in the morning, reached 11:50 a.m. And how we have found this 11:50? Well, first we found how much time he has taken for the journey, and then we added the time taken for the journey in the starting time. We got reaching time. Okay. See now question number 5. Find the number of days in 17,280 minutes. 17,280 minutes are given. Okay, 17,280 minutes, and these minutes you have to convert into days. Now when minutes are converted into days, here we have minutes, then hours, and then days. Okay, so this is the sequence. Now you know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, right? Sorry, 1 minute, 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. 1 day is equal to 24 hours. Okay, so this you must know, so that you come to know by what number you have to divide or multiply. Now since you have to convert minutes to our days, smaller to bigger, so we are going to obviously divide, right? So first we convert minutes to hours. 17,280 minutes is equal to dash hours. So since you know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, right? So 17,280 minutes is equal to 17,280 divided by 60 hours. Okay, so now see, this 17,280 we have to divide by 60. In the first example, see there was one little correction in the first example. While converting second to minute, we got that 0 in the last. Okay, so don't do this in the while doing the operation in the time. Okay, while conversion of time, don't do this. Don't cut 0. Directly divide by 60. See, by mistake there we have got 1 second as answer, right? So there write down 10 seconds. Do this correction. Okay. Now here also 17,280 divided by 60 we have to do. So let us do 17,280 divided by 60. Directly divide by 60. And table of 60 is not so difficult. Prepare table of 6 and put 0 at the end. Okay. So here we have table of 60. Now see there is 172 first, no? So we will divide 172. 62s are 120, 3s are 180. But 180 is greater, so 2s are will take 120. 2, 5. 52 remain. Okay. Let's bring it down. We need to extend the table. 420, 480, 540. Okay. 528 we have, so 540 we cannot take, let's take 480. 68s are 480. 8, here 2 minus 8 not possible, so 12 minus 8 4, 5 minus 5 0, okay, 40. Then we have 480. See again, 8s are 480. Okay, so exactly we got 288 hours. No minutes left. Okay, now this 288 hours we will convert into days. Okay, 288 hours, let us convert into days. And we know that 1 day is equal to how many hours? 24 hours, right? So 288 hours is equal to 288 what? Multiply by 24 or divide by 24? Hours we are converting into days, smaller to bigger. That's why divide by, okay? Divide by 24 days. Okay? So now see, 24 ones are 24, 4 remain, 24 twos are 48. Okay? 12 days. This is your answer. See, 17,280 minutes is equal to at the end how many days? 12 days. Okay? So in this way, we have solved first 5 problems of exercise 13. Today in the second period of maths, see this video you have to watch in first period and second period of maths. Okay, both the periods of maths, and also you have to solve 3 more examples, question number 6, 7 and 8 in the second period. Okay, so I hope you have understood this, that in the first question do that little correction, instead of 1 second write that 10 second. Okay, if you have any doubt, just pick out that, mark that, and you can ask me on the WhatsApp, or when we conduct Google Meet, at that time you can ask. Okay, so thank you and have a good day.